And the next one on my nifty little list, or maybe I shouldn't say nifty little list because it's quite long and involved, and y'all keep adding things to it, which again I'm very, very grateful and thankful that all of you do open your doors so that I can snail through and have a look around and find all the wonderfulness within. This one is a Swordsinger's Redoubt. It is done by Chemina, and there's a little note that I shall read to you. King Faharajat's not so secret hobby is archaeology. Oh, archaeology. Oh, this is very interesting, very intriguing. He has hired Telenga, the artifactor who investigates the remnants of an old Redoubt palace his workers have found under Swordsinger's Redoubt. Oh! But one of the curious mages took a chance and climbed down the old well and found something far older. Oh, intriguing. Oh, I love that you added a little creator's note there. Thank you so much, Chemina. That is very, very helpful. And I really appreciate that some of you are so preemptively thinking what I might ask you. Because Chemina here has answered a question that I probably would have had visiting. The inspiration for this was twofold. I took a long, annoyed look. I love this. This is fantastic, Chemina. I took a long, annoyed look at the infamous red tarp and suddenly thought of excavations and archaeological expeditions. Then I remembered the fascinating pictures I've seen of underground cities like Petra and Derinkuyu and other famous ancient settlements. Derinkuyu was what I modeled mine after, with a Tamriel twist. Oh, fantastic! That is amazing. Yes, Petra is very interesting. These kinds of these kinds of archaeological dig sites are so fascinating. And I'm thinking a little bit caverns, deep, filled with alcoves and remnants and scrolls and amazing, Chemina. Swordsingers, everybody. Such an interesting abode. And I shall take us there. The infamous tab. Here we are, everyone. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I love this, Chemina. This is really, really lovely. I'm just staring here. I'm staring. This is really, really fantastic. Yes, of course, excavations. Oh my. And of course, oh nice. I'm moving backwards a little bit to glance out. Oh, blocking off a little bit over there, it seems. Very good. This is also quite a vast plot. Extensive, you could also call it. Oh. Lovely tree choices. And of course, there are palm trees here in this plot. Oh, makes so much sense. Oh, I really love this design here, the little redesign that you've done. This is very gentle, yet nice and dramatic and elegant already. Yes, in the heat of certain places, chance in Egypt or in lovely, glorious places, maybe also in Mexico, you do need a tarp or a tent to hide under. And there are certain places that excavations can only take place in a short period of time, because otherwise it becomes impossible because of the heat. And Derinkuyu is, I think, no different from that. It's, if I remember correctly, I'm not entirely sure though. So you might have to correct me here quite a bit, Chemina. But I was under the impression that it used to be a system of caves and caverns. Oh, lovely. Look, everyone. We are at an archaeological dig site. Oh, with a couple of very important apparatuses. And it seems here these archaeologists have brought a lot of equipment and have hauled away lots and lots of rubble. Very nice placement, very elegant. Very interesting story that we can see here, maybe unfolding before our eyes. Okay, closing off that particular part too. Just had to have a little look-see there. This, again, really vast plot, and some of you have decided to utilize specific parts only, or leading people along. Glorious. Wonderful tree choices too, lending a little bit of shade from the scorching sun. Like, so for instance, if you were to do an excavation in around Luxor, for instance, in Egypt, you only have a very, very narrow window for excavations happening there, just because of the summer in that region is so scorching hot that you just can't bear being there. And even during the months, during the period, the wintry period, it is still really, really difficult to advance any kind of expeditions. And sometimes the dig sites are not really forthcoming because you have to make decisions upon integrity. Like when you dig into something, you have to bring some kind of support system to make it safe. Otherwise, might be a bit dangerous. Oh, hello. We can see Bastion maneuvering around there. Very nice passing, Chemina. Where's he going? Hmm. Oh, lovely. And the interesting thing about archaeology is there's still so much to be found, still so much to be discovered lying under heaps and mounds of rubble and desert and mountains and overgrown jungle areas. Lovely choices here. Very nice. Do you think? Do you think there might be a cursed mummy here? And which movie is that you're thinking of? Because it sounds like a movie. It's really fantastic. It's so lovely. Oh, there he is, meandering about. Maybe I should follow him. Look, this is so nice. This is such a lovely, you know, imagery here and recreation of an archaeological dig site. Wonderful idea, Chemina. And of course, yes, what to do? What to do indeed with this plot. Few additions made here with a little bit of grass. Couple of buckets here. Yes, yes, very important. Need buckets and all kinds of things to haul all the rubble up and or finds that you maybe made perchance. It's also quite interesting what kind of sediments you're working in certain archaeological dig sites. Some help to really preserve something, and particularly tombs. I'm not sure why I'm thinking so much towards Luxor, but of course the same is true for Petra. It's quite a difficult thing to think about how people have built this place. And then, of course, it has been rediscovered by people who have been curious and found things hidden under all the sand and rubble. And it is a teaching moment for us, of course, when something has been found. It illuminates about the cultures and everyday life, maybe. Now, what do you guys think we might find here? Oh, a little bit of a larger part here. Rubble. It has been strewn here or deployed. Ah, oh, look. Aha. Yes, yes, of course, you have to. Ooh, little bit of supplies here. Very nice. All very necessary. You might have to box things up or unbox things too. Ah. Oh, hello. Hey, little one. Where you going? I didn't boop your snoot yet. Oh. Oh, lovely, lovely placement here. Such lovely clutter. Look, everybody. Oh, you have look, look, everybody. She has a little bit of a toy there. Little oh, what are you doing here lurking in the shadows? This is such a nice scene. What's going on? What is going on, Chemina? What is going on, everybody? Somebody is here, lurking in the shadows. Maybe they want to steal away a specific find, an archaeological piece, maybe a treasure. I really love this little wonderful kitty. Oh, clean yourself. Yes, yes. It certainly is, yes. And you could argue, oh, this is so nice. Look, everybody. Look. Oh, fantastic. I shouldn't be so excited about someone stealing, but you could say that, technically speaking, earlier archaeology was thieving, right? If you look at what has been exhibited in museums, those are that is the culture of other people. Yet we get to look at it. It's a little bit odd, isn't it? So, of course, a lot of museums have started to embrace that part of history and have not only talked about it quite openly and all that, and they are informing the people who are visiting the museums, but also people are actually working on returning cultural heritage to the people, to the countries that it belongs to. So, yeah, quite interesting and controversial too. And yes, thievery. You are, of course, correct about that, Chemina. I really love that scene. This is so fantastic. Now it can boop your snoot. Boop! Oh, also nice that you have a few tools here. Very important. Oh, yes, clean yourself, little one. Hmm. You're such a vigilant little friend. Oh, few little extra pieces of fabric there, maybe to wrap things or clean things. Also, cleaning in archaeology, that's quite interesting because to preserve, there are specific solutions that are used to, for instance, looking at these wonderful vases, you'd have archaeologists who specialize in preservation. They would probably cover this in adhesive substances that would preserve the color, because in some places, when you take something from within, for instance, a tomb or some other cavernous systems, you expose it to the elements, and that exposure can destroy, quite literally. And to ensure that doesn't happen, you have to take a lot of measures to do due diligence, and then preserving so much in there is such a finicky and um, difficult job to do, because you have to really make sure you gather everything. Also, a wonderful carpet choice here. It's very so nice. I really love what you've done here. Yeah, it's so very thorny subject. I agree, Chemina. It's very difficult to also engage, you know. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, yeah. That is always such a difficult thing, right? And also dating and where it's been found and who found it and through which hands it all went, and there's much there to discuss. And of course, you know, the urge to preserve history, to the urge to preserve a piece of culture, I think that is absolutely a valid point to make and something that should be engaged in. But of course, ownership is such a difficult issue with these things because um, for instance, in Mexico, when you are visiting some of those really amazing sites that just show you how ingenious and inventive humanity has been across the globe. Um, you are told that, for instance, people there would love for tourists to come in more, and thus they are willing to sell off a lot of their own culture, as in pieces from sites, and they have no issue with that whatsoever. Whereas some do have reservations about that and have issues with it. So it's in Mexico, at least, there's a little bit of a clash going on in different areas where groups really want to preserve the heritage and also want to educate about indigenous heritage that originated in Mexico with the different cultures there. And then, of course, a lot of different voices, saying yes, but we need our economy to thrive and to move forward, and they're willing to do a lot for that, go to great lengths for that. And yeah, is a thorny subject. And no, there's no easy way to say that. And I think, um, is a fair criticism. It's a fair criticism to make a point about that. Certain places have very much started eradicating history just because it doesn't fit the narrative, whether that is um, a religious narrative or a political one. Um, it doesn't really matter, but it's a difficult. Ooh, excuse me. Hello there, Bastian. All of a sudden, he appeared, snuck up on me. um, yeah, it's a quite difficult subject, Shimina. Thorny and yeah, and of course, who are we to determine what other nations may decide about their own property? And under international law, we are not allowed to because we are talking about sovereign nations. So, yeah, but yeah, it's difficult. It's a difficult subject. And little point though, even if, you know, history has been written by certain winning factions, give it time and you can be assured that certain histories can be um, mm, framed in a better way, and you can show that certain sources have been tampered with, shall we say. Also, you are free to say whatever you want, Shemina, so long as we're not insulting anyone and are respectful, all is fine. Oh, I do love the clutter here. This is very nice. So I think this is the Flight of Griffins, is it? Yes, it is. Oopsie. Really appreciate this. This is such a lovely, lovely idea. Beautiful, elegant lighting. Really appreciate all the clutter around. Oh, honored ancestors. So a little bit more reading there. Zinda is doing. Oh, this is so lovely. I really appreciate this. So such a lovely. Yes, I know, little one. Are you done cleaning yourself? Because I want to kind of boop, boop. Just one more time. You're so cute. Very nice. I really appreciate this part here, alluding to different aspects of archaeology and everything that entails. Fantastic. Little bit of coin there as well. Aha. We were talking about treasure. Very nice. Very elegant. Aha. Little bit more clutter here. Ah. Oh, lovely. Fantastic book choice. Temrelic Artifacts Part 3. Very good. Little jewelry box here as well. More cargo here, of course. Aha! Few refreshments. Little bit of a music box here. You're taking care of the refreshments, yes? Will there be tea? I hope there will be tea as well. Oh, this is so lovely. So fantastical. Bit more fabric there. Little basket. Thinking of so many pieces here. Really adding layer upon layer to this dig site that it truly has become. They are hiding here. Very, very nice pathing. This is so elegant, everyone. Telling us about the story, the stories and intricacies of all the archaeological sites around. In certain places, it's really a big challenge to uh, go ahead and do digs because sometimes you may find something, but depends a little bit on the tools and whether you can add supports in so that you can continue. Sometimes there's just really not a lot of room. I really appreciate all the additions here. The lovely, wonderful grass, shrubs, all the wonderful, lovely tools. Ooh, look, everyone, look. Oh, fantastic lighting, and we do see lovely shrooms down there. Ah, very exciting. Don't worry, I shall have a look around at all up here before we descend. Oh, I really appreciate that there's so much rubble here. It, of course, makes a lot of sense, right? If you are on a dig site, there's a lot of rubble around. Oh dear. Ah, I see. It drove you, yeah, timing wise. I see, I see. And the cat is, of course, the smartest. She is such a sweetheart. I really love that she stares the thief down ultimately. Walks around over yonder and then I see you. Oh, interesting. Oh, that is annoying. That is a little bit annoying. And yeah, pathing, that is yeah, I think a craft and art in and of itself in housing. I've heard a lot of people expressing their frustrations with certain predicaments of pathing, whether that is nodes behaving weirdly, or if you want to path an NPC through a door, um, you have to remember that they basically drop in from up and into wherever you are pathing them into. And that in and of itself is just quite interesting to deal with. Yes, and then syncing up paths. Oh, I'm so sorry it nearly drove you insane. Did you have words? Maybe you had some words, and was there a treat for you? Because I think you've done a wonderful job here. And we did see how the little kitty is such a smart one, sniffing out the thief. Well, everyone else thinks, oh no, absolutely nothing wrong. This is this is all right, Chemina. This is very fine indeed. You know, sometimes it's warranted. It is absolutely warranted. If something is really driving you potty, you absolutely have to say words, you know, letting out the frustrations. Oh, look at her maneuvering about the little one here. Mhm. I do love that she has a little toy there. And she's gone on an adventure too. I sees you. I sees you. Yes, I know. You see them. We see them, but apparently the lovely people leading this excavation are a little bit oblivious. And to be fair, this little thief is doing a wonderful job. Sneaky little thief. And to be fair, I mean, Azanda is a little bit busy here too, right? Oh, nice. Yes, that's an interesting idea. Oh, what? Well, that's an interesting jump then, right? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no, Chemina. But you were successful. Ultimately, you were successful. Yes, um, starting somewhere, with an idea, and I'm with you. A lot of people are frustrated with the top in this particular abode, and they're wondering, what am I going to do with that? How am I going to handle that particular situation? And you embracing it here and then taking this idea to the next level and creating a story inside for us to find. I think that's so wonderful. Yes, and there are a lot of very big excavations indeed. Like um or well, big in the sense that look at that. That was such a good job. Did you see how the thief gently snuck past Bastion there? Fantastic. More tense. Yes, sometimes embracing a part of a plot leads to a glorious, fantastic idea, and from there, it takes you to glorious depths and maybe even heights sometimes. And, playing around with plots and seeing what is possible, pushing boundaries, that can be so, so helpful. Also, I think us being here now, you letting me in, so I can show everybody what you have done, how you embrace that particular part of the abode, I think might be encouraging for those who are still wondering what to do with the plot, are still dubious about what it is that they could potentially create. Mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a few people are also a little bit annoyed by the water fountain in the Ebonheart Chateau, for instance, that you can't remove it either. And you either decide to create a path around it, do a really big reskin of the exterior of the house, or you embrace it. Right? I mean, there are multiple options to handle situations like that. And to be fair, a couple of people might have decided, I am just going to create a path that leads down, and the tent, the top here, this large red piece, is gonna simply disappear from view. The thing is with this also, if you were to elevate, like a couple of people have elevated this plot quite considerably to match the level of the height of this particular top. But the problem, it has different heights because it does peak up here and on the other side, and in the middle it slopes down as tops would do. But yeah, it's a difficulty. But you have embraced it. You've added more tens, and we find ourselves in. Oh, lovely. Also, I hope you've seen the little detail here, everybody. Maybe you have not seen it. Here, showing you. Mm. Oh yeah, it is certainly a challenge. It is most certainly a challenge. I think that um, it's always good to see different examples of that. So I mean, this is a plot ultimately that's free or that was free, and everybody could obtain it and get this particular plot. So it can be has great potential for something. So I think it's really useful and wonderful for people to see what kind of story lies within if you decide to embrace it, um, and maybe decide to design a lovely, wonderful um, archaeological dig site here. You could also, and I've seen this also, people closing off that entire um, well right here and utilize it as a tent in the sense that beneath could be a spot for a nice, lovely soiree in the desert that could serve different purposes. So yeah, different, and yeah, it's certainly is challenging to do that. I think there are a couple of additions in certain houses that can be seen as um, a little obstacle. Yes, precisely. Precisely. And this is also why I love seeing when certain um, certain plots reappear in competitions, for instance, and you see the different vision that the different designers have. And of course, you all have different perspectives, which is absolutely enriching and fascinating to me because we always see a little bit of your thoughts. And maybe even some of you add a little personal touch to your place, so we do not only see the house, but we may see you and discover the beauty that sprung from your mind and has come alive in those lovely abodes. I think one of those wonderful competitions of last year that was absolutely fascinating for me was the Alpalothi Harbor House challenge because everybody had to use that particular plot, right? Everybody had to use it had to be the Alpalothi Harbor House, um, and you could take it from there. That was really an interesting challenge. Seeing where you guys take it and discovering boundaries within plots, within specific housing plots is just also so interesting. Sometimes you notice something about a house. I think Ruben has illuminated that or has, yeah, illustrated that really well in the Abinard Chateau, for instance, um, or the um, the lovely Tower of Unutterable Truths, pushing boundaries. And I don't necessarily mean the coded boundaries of the house, the um, instanced boundaries, but imaginative boundaries. And that's where we come back to this idea that in housing, you're limited by two things: your imagination and the slot limit. And this is Zos, our little plea in this moment. I know you're listening. We know you're listening. Thank you for listening too to the multiple pleas of many, many people in many different forms to obtain maybe a chance to control weather in the future. Um, while you're listening, and you're so generous sometimes, could we please get more slots? Not larger plots, just more slots. Because certain houses are very large for the slot limit. And they can, if you want to utilize the entirety of the plot, look very bereft of furnishings or of life, that is, and in a way a little bit unnatural in that. So it would help to have maybe 200 or 300 more slots in those large ones. Thinking of the Grand Sijic Villa, for instance, that one is just extremely large for the slots that it has. Mm. Thank you for listening again. Oh, I'm so thrilled that you embracing this wonderful top, adding more tents, creating lovely, wonderful scenery here, shedding light upon the intricacies of archaeology. I really appreciate this, Chemina. This is so fantastic. Oh, how lovely. How very, very lovely. And lovely little path and flower additions made. Oh, few tools and a little bag here. A little broom. Brushes. When talking archaeology, brushes, we need them. Ooh, I really love those wonderful Merkmeyer lamps. They're so, so fantastic. Aha. Oh. Oh, how nice. You've done. Oh, what a brilliant job, everybody. Look. Oh, look, everyone. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, there's something to be discovered. Look. Wonderful, wonderful layering job here. Beautiful lighting too. Mm. Isn't it, Tress? I agree. Ah. No, it's not just you, Shemina. I think I think they are getting bigger, and there are some plots that are really very, very big, and particularly for the slots, right? And you'd think that um, you know it's I don't know how often I have said it, but in I'm gonna use the Grand Sijic Villa again because I have seen a lot of designers decide that to entirely block off the villa there because it's so large. The plot around the villa itself is already so extensive. You have multiple exterior areas that you can potentially use that have potential for very nice vistas and or even very interesting designs too. But it would mean that you're not utilizing the interior of the house, and the interior has multiple rooms and very vast and um, vault-like scenes or spaces, and it's just very difficult to create something that is a lived-in place that doesn't feel like it's bereft of all life, like a huge ghost town train station, for instance. I'm not sure if you've ever been to a real ghost town. It very spooky. There is still, signs of life that used to be there, but tumbleweed all over the place, and it just it's very odd seeing very vast expanses and places. So yeah, I do think that you're most certainly onto something there, and you're not the only one to think that. Mm. Yeah, and even even if even if you're using a fraction of the house, like it is such a shame because some parts are so beautiful, right? And so lovely. But sometimes you have to plot through a rather long path until you get to the showstopper, right? And so I think yeah, is you're not the only person. Mm, mm. You know, I think there's something to what you're saying there, Tress, that maybe um, that there is potential for grand designs, right? I mean, I have just talked about the Grand City Villa. Um, there was in the, I think it was towns, in the towns showcased by the House Folio, there was a build by Dadpin in the Grand City Villa, yes, that was called the Day Trip to New York, a room with a view. Um, that doesn't use the villa at all, but the exterior and built onto the water, right, with really a stunning view too. Um, so maybe there's something there to be seen or to be said about um, grand designs or like I like to say, showstoppers. um, yes, maybe. Um, maybe I'm not sure whether he does, but that's a very sweet thought. Captain Ahab. Oh dear. Have you read the book, Moby Dick, in its entirety? Have you thought the vengeance and vendetta that Ahab harbors are a little bit paired with hubris? Mm, and yes, yes, they don't think that or they don't know that. Also, I would also remind you that is you can of course utilize these grand use huge statues to create certain particular things with them. And I mean, I've seen a lot of people just turn over statues and just um, use the turned over piece as a wonderful part in their house. Very lovely idea. Fantastic. And some statues, like there's the one big statue that is free. There are multiple things that are free, of course, that creates a wonderful, nice, rounded shape if you need something like that in your house. And it can also be used to cover up a wall in a house, for instance, if you need to cover it. So quite interesting. And no, I don't think they anticipate what you guys come up with utilizing furnishings in general. I mean, citing Kitsundake here, forget that a thing is called something and look for shapes and colors and see what it can be for you. Mm. You were mentally checked out. To be fair, I understand what you mean, Tress. You notice that Melville has experience in that, or he's experienced what he's writing about. Not exactly that, but he has been to sea on a whale ship and knows the ins and outs of that, and it is reflected in the book. And yes, at times, like the start of the book in particular, feels like he's thinking to educate the readers so they would understand the rest of the book. But yeah, I understand that you could feel okay. I don't really need to be so um, educated about the intricacies of whaling. And they were quite gruesome too, right? They were very, very gruesome. But the relationships that he is talking about, and ultimately the demise, and the yeah, the demise that was going to happen. We knew that from the start of the book. Mm. For what? Hubris and vengeance. Yeah. You'd prefer not to. You were rooting for the whale. Yes, I think everybody is. I think everybody is, Shemina. Very understandable. Mm. No, not exactly. Also, not as a metaphor. And like I said, it's or for me, it felt like there were parts of the book that were meant to educate um on a different level, not just to give background, right? And some sometimes it felt like that. And again, it comes from the author's own experience and maybe him feeling the need to have to educate. And there are, of course, mistakes in it too, um, on the biology of the whales. Um, there are a couple of notes made that refer to them as fish, and they're not, right? So it's quite interesting to see it from a historical point of view too, because you are met with uh, bits and parts of our own history that is connected to Nantucket and to whaling in general and to seafarers in general around the world and piracy and you know, people running away and being done with all that, naval business. I still think it's a good book. Maybe it could use with a little bit of shortening because I felt that a lot of the descriptions there in regards to whaling were quite gruesome. Mm, that one was more engaging. Well, Jules Verne, who is the author of that one, um, is a very different background, right? So I think the difference being the one is realistic or more realistic, and that is Moby Dick. Um, just yes, you do have sides there too. I agree, and also wonderful book, might I say. Lovely to read, and really, really interesting language too. Jules Verne has there. Mm. Also, Melville pays great attention to language too. And again, I think the difference being yes, it is a story and it is imaginative and it is very wild and it has biblical overtones because of Jonah and the whale, and Ahab and the whale. But I think that he is more within this. I really experienced some parts of this. Hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, yes, Nemo is a little bit different than Ahab, and you know, s- I think both books very much worth reading. And I mean, you can just gloss over or skip through the more unpleasant parts and enjoy the quib and the wit that is within Moby Dick because there is a lot there. Quite interesting. I had just read um, more of a poetic take, but linguistically very interesting book, Omeros by Derek Walcott. Not sure if he's familiar to you. Um, I'm coming to this book because of the linguistic intricacies that Melville pays attention to in Moby Dick. And I thought that was quite interesting to see. And different times, of course, Omeros is of a living author. I think he's still alive. I'm not sure if he's still alive. Oh, oh, he passed away. Okay, but still, um, definitely a little bit younger or recent author than Melville. And yeah, him paying attention to literature, to linguistics, and the intricacies in specific places around the world. And Omeros plays in the Caribbean, or takes part in the Caribbean, and that's why I'm connecting it a little bit to Melville. Mm. Would definitely recommend all those books that we just talked about. You have to look them up. So if you're wondering how it's spelled, the book. It is very lyrical though, so it is more poetry that you're reading there. Um, but it's very fascinating when it comes to the linguistic parts of that particular world. And again, I think that is something that fascinated me the most in, or among some of the things that fascinated me about Moby Dick and Herman Melville. Just the amount of attention to detail that he paid to language and his knowledge of what is happening in the book, what you know, what it's like to be at sea. It's something very fascinating. An author paying attention to detail, and here our dear Chemina is paying attention to detail in this wonderful archaeological dig site. I really appreciate this wonderful, lovely cobble that you made here. Fascinating. Glorious, even. Trust. Look at you making me blush a little bit. I wouldn't say masterfully. Yeah, I think it's quite fascinating what you can do with specific pieces, and this is of course such a lovely idea here. Very gentle and elegant and smooth, and the lighting is so lovely too. And you would, of course, in a dig site, you would have supports, and you would try to find ways to, yes, excavate carefully. There's often great care and really painstakingly taken to ensure that whatever it is that you're excavating doesn't get damaged. And so this is very nice. Good evening there to you, Thunderthigh. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Digside. We are here in Shemina's lovely, wonderful Swordsingers Redoubt. I'm sure maybe you've already noticed. And this one, I really thought this was fantastic to embrace the tarp. Darling, you're so right. Nobody is ever late. You're like wizards. You always arrive when you are meant to. um, even though the whole thing that Twitch did, maybe you noticed that Twitch did a little number on all of the streamers who provide highlights. If not, they did a number on us. I will always make highlights, everybody, even with the limitations that are now set in place by Twitch. Um, all of the highlights that we have, or that I currently have on my channel, they're not going anywhere. I mean, they are going to disappear on Twitch, but they will be reappearing on my YouTube with your consent and your permission, of course. If someone of you, if somebody doesn't consent to that, if you're not all right with me putting a highlight of your lovely abode of the streams on YouTube, you will have to tell me. Then I will take action and make sure that it's not there. But Yeah. Fantastic, Thunderthigh. I'm so glad. I'm really, really glad to hear it. It is a little bit annoying, and yeah, I noticed I'm a smidgen, just a few minutes over the limit. Oh, good evening there to you there, Babsy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. I just mistook you, Toads. Good evening to you. Welcome, welcome. Why did I think you? Because you had Babsy's color. I'm so sorry. Yay! Is it the first? No, it's not the first time that you are. It's morning for you. Is there coffee, maybe a tea in front of you? I hope there is. I think it's the second time that you are with us live. Hmm. Toads, we are at an excavation site. Can you believe it? I'm so thrilled. Chemina, this is such a lovely, lovely submission. I really appreciate it. It's so, so lovely. Yes, I know. You know, I have to read it again. I absolutely do, and have to read it again. And it just, yeah, Thunderfire, it is inconvenient. So those of you who are not in the loop just yet, who don't know just yet what happened, so you do remember that I was telling you all that I would never delete any of the highlights ever. Now I'm forced to because Twitch has decided to limit every single highlight to 100 hours only. 100 hours only. And yeah, I'm a little bit, just a few minutes over those 100 minutes, hours, that is. It's, um, I think a couple of other streamers were really infuriated by it. So yeah, I have to find a way to yes, sort of Thunderside, like if you look at my collections and you look for instance at the Enchanted Grove Retreats collection, you would see that that collection alone is 130 hours. So yeah, it's insane. Mm. Oh, so good evening there to you, Sea Lattice. So good to have you. So lovely to see you here. Oh, thank you so much, all of you who are consenting to me being able to put your lovely places onto YouTube. Also, good evening there, Azan Gonak. Welcome, welcome back. Yes, it's really annoying. Make it flashy. Yes, I shall. Um, mm. Ooh, I'm so looking forward to that. Yes, I do. And yes, if yes, I can put them on YouTube. I can only put those you guys consent to on YouTube. So I don't ever want any one of you feel, you know, that I'm just putting things out there without your consent. So if any one of you does not want your video be on my YouTube, you must tell me. You must let me know. And if you want to know the numbers, I am at I think I posted it also on the bulletin. So currently I'm at 1,079 hours and 24 minutes. So that certainly is a little bit over the limit. as I said, a smidgen. And I do have a way to save all and download all of the highlights. But again, I don't want any one of you to feel like I'm, going above that or going above your heads. Yay! Fantastic. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate also all the support. Some of you have messaged me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. The only thing that I have been asked, the only thing that you can do in support is just consenting. And I know that all of you are the most patient people ever because you indulge me snailing through houses. Firstly, then you guys hang out with me for hours on end, which is something that keeps flooring me over and over and over again. And no, it never gets old. So it's gonna take me a while to edit everything. Oh, oh, totes! I love you all too, all of you. Sending hugs. Oh, now I'm blushing. Um, you know, Thunderfly, I will reiterate this. You guys are the show. It's not me. I'm just here with the camera. Um, and you guys are the show. You are the ones to design. Oh, aren't you sweet? Yes, all the love for everyone. um, yeah, it's I again am going to reiterate my point that you guys are the show. You are the ones designing, and no matter how long I spend in any one abode, I will never ever be able to spend as much time as you guys spend designing. And I know that some of you guys spend a considerable amount of time designing, and it's not just the process of building, right? And I know that I sometimes ask you guys, how long did it take you? And I'm never asking to get a precise number, but some of you have estimates. And that time exceeds always the time that I'm here in your houses. And there's more to designing because you guys spend times and times again thinking first before you design and going about it slowly and carefully and with so much joy and passion. And sometimes it's not easy too, because here, for instance, you have this big old tub in the house and you are at a loss what to do with it. And Chemina here stared at it, stared it down, and then decided to embrace it. Oh my, thank you so much, Chemina. Thank you, Siladis, that is. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. I do appreciate you guys when you do decide you want to subscribe. There is never an obligation, of course. You do watch with audio. I think you can adjust your icons. You should be able to adjust them. Oh, I really appreciate you guys, and I just want to highlight this one more time. Um, you are the show, you will always be the show, and I will always create highlights, and they will always be there for a time on the Twitch channel, but they will move over onto YouTube eventually with all of your consent. And those of you who don't want your videos over on YouTube, I'm of course respectful of that. All you gotta do is message me, let me know, and all is fine. What do you trust? That's hilarious. But everybody, trust yes asked, what do you call a moss with a YouTube? Like and subscribe. That's fantastic. Mm. Oh, that's interesting. Might need a little refresh, and you can go ahead and grab something. Oh, you shall get your little cupsies. They're little. I do have plans to add a few more little emotes for you guys. Um, I am not particularly great at making them, so it takes me a while. But hopefully, there might be a few in the future for all of you to enjoy. So yeah. Oh, and I should also mention a couple of other things. Um, I don't know if all of you know, but there is currently a lovely, lovely competition going on over on the DDA. So the Divine Design Alliance is hosting their anniversary, and Toads here can illuminate about it as well, of course. And I hope that some of you who are members of the DDA, of the Divine Design Alliance, do not forget to enter into the competition. It's a lovely, wonderful, glorious competition. And all of you, don't forget there's only 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks for you. You're so very good, very good. Lovely to hear, Thunderthigh. Build away. You have 3 more weeks to go. I know for some of you, deadlines are the perfect motivators. Yes. Oh, fantastic, Toads. Lovely reminder here for all of you. Please do not forget to enter if you are on PC. Both servers are welcome, NA and EU. And do participate. Help the Divine Design Alliance celebrate their 7th anniversary. Can you believe it? 7 years. Oh, you'll be making videos too. Look at that. So that should be also a nice catch. A Toad's video of your lovely, glorious abode, your design. So please, please do not forget to enter into that lovely, wonderful competition. So make sure you don't forget, everybody. Do I have the form here somewhere? Yes. Oh, it's the 8th anniversary. I'm so sorry. The 8th anniversary. Why was I thinking 7 years? No, 8 years, of course. Thank you so much for correcting me there, Toads. I really appreciate it. I was thinking, should I put the little document, the Google document here into the chat so all of you can hop over and get it? Yes, numbers, me too. You know, I have said this a couple of times to some of you that math and me, we are not friends. We are absolutely not friends. So I think I'm going to post this lovely, wonderful document where you guys can enter here. So please do not forget it. You have 3 more weeks. If you lost access to this document, here it is. Here's a link for you. Grab it, bookmark it. Don't forget to enter, please. Oh, you know, Toots, I really appreciate you saying that. I really love that. You know, I don't mind maths. You know, I have had to deal with maths a little bit. It is, it is, it is a little bit, but my brain and maths, we just aren't friends. Aww. Very good, Siladis. I'm so glad to hear that you are getting the sleep that you do need. Yes, crack all the jokes, please do. Giggles are important. I hope all of you have something tasty in front of you too. Maybe there are a couple of snacks. I hope you're all cozy. Remember, please, to tend to yourselves. I know for some this is still a busy and difficult time too, so make sure you tend to yourselves a little bit. Also remind yourselves to slow down from time to time. Not with the contest though, you gotta make your houses quickly. Oh, they do count, sea ladders, of course. Oh, can you, you could also boop snoot. If you have little pauses there, you can also boop snoots. Oh, you know that wiggly toes fluff. It always very good. I really appreciate that. I do. The little fluff between the little beansies. It is so tempting for me because I always want to go very gently, very carefully, and brush along it. But a lot of kitties are very, very ticklish there. But it can't help it. It's the sweetest thing. So again, everybody, gentle reminder: DDA is celebrating 8 years. Can you believe it? It's fantastic. Help them celebrate by participating in the competition. Enter your houses. Oh, fantastic, Traz. I love that. I love that so much. All of you, you must boop snoots, whether it is kittens or lovely dogs or whatever else lovely friend is by your side. Um, Even a significant other, and maybe they are going to give you odd looks. Aww. Yes, love them all to bits, everybody. Yes, of course. Ball pythons, bearded dragons, significant others. Yes, yes. Or ferrets. I know a couple of people who do own those or who have those little companions. Oh, and ball pythons. That brings me to another book, Tress. Um, if you're interested in environmentalism or literature in that particular domain, um, I would highly suggest and recommend um, um, by T.C. Boyle. If you're not familiar, I'm gonna type it out for you. Oopsie. T.C. Boyle has written a number of very, very lovely, fantastic books. Very imaginative, and of course, how should I say? Maybe even a bit controversial, but giving you a lot of food for thought. And of course, the current one is Blue Skies, and a ball python. Blue Skies. So this, it's there is a ball python in there and other interesting beings, shall we say. If you're into a little bit of environmentalism in literature, I would highly recommend him. Very, that was the goal, Thunderthigh, to make them look a little bit confused. Oh, dear, hilarious. That's hilarious. Mm. Yes, whatever companion is by your side, whoever is by your side, make sure you boop them from time to time, the snoots, the noses. Give them little tickles under their chinny chin chin or behind the earsies. Oh, oh, that's interesting, Tress. Oh, very, very snuggly and poopable. That is interesting. Um, then I particularly would recommend that book to you. Um, Fair warning, it's okay. I will say this. No spoiler, but I will say this. It is not the easiest read, but this is the case for every single T.C. Boyle book. So if you are ever interested in discovering this author, just know that not the easiest reads. And I would also, if you are a little bit squeamish, do not read before bed, before sleeping. Might not be the best choice. And the book has a very sweet and gentle ending. So just so you know, I'm not recommending you a terrible book here that is going to leave you in pieces. Mm. Yeah, and would recommend T.C. Boyle in general. There are lots of books that he's written that are really fantastic, and he's based on California. So just so you know, and much or a lot of the stories, a lot of the books revolve around specific parts of the U.S. So they might be familiar. If you're interested, very interesting author too. Can't recommend more. He's really good. Okay, so we talked about DDA. I made sure to um, make you all go sign up. Please do, everybody, sign up. Um, and I've also talked to you about a little bit. This seems a bit like Reese Slow Walks incorporates a lot of things, literature, history, archaeology we're touching tonight. I hope this is all right for you. I also want to mention there's still a little showcase going on over on the House Folio. This time, Hayden has asked you kindly to please submit your lovely romantic date. It is still open. You can still enter. And remember, all you got to do is put a little screenshot, maybe a description, and all the good stuff there to participate. And there's no deadline, of course. Just so you know, people might, like those of us who are going to stream, the showcases might be done streaming at some point. So better enter now before it's too late. It's never too late, of course. You can always enter even after that. So yeah, and I want to remind all of you too, if you've not checked them out just yet, there is a lovely list open for the Cuteness Overload housing contest of the real end game. We have all the entries listed, so you can all go ahead and visit. And one of the lovely judges is with us tonight here, Tress. I hope you're having the best time there. Miss Radcore and of course Lilana is judging that one as well. And just such a lovely, wonderful idea and so much cute there. I hope you're smiling. I want to remind you also of the Real Endgame's next month's competition. That is a screenshot competition, and it's about artists and color phases. So make sure you check it out. The channel is already open. Take a look there, and don't forget we do have a roadmap laid out for you with all the contest info of the Real Endgame. So make sure you have a look-see. Oh, wonderful, Thunderthigh. Wonderful. I really, really love that. Yes, yes, very good, Tress. Of course, and you know, I'm sure everybody knows that you are doing your best, as always, and all the other judges too. I'm sure there's no complaints at all, and I'm so glad to hear you guys are having fun seeing them. Maybe there's a smile on your face when you see something particularly sweet. Very, very lovely. So, darling. Oh, and I was going to read to all of you the lovely, wonderful text, the flavor text here that our dear Chemina has given us for this particular abode we are currently in. And it goes like so. King Faraja, I said earlier, right, Faharajad's not so secret hobby is archaeology. He has hired Tellinger, the artifactor, to investigate the remains or the remnants of an old Redoubt palace his workers have found under the Swordsinger's Redoubt. But one of the curious mages took a chance and climbed down the old well and found something far older. And of course, Chemina has given us a little note here in regards to inspiration. And I thought you might like to hear this. The inspiration for this was twofold. I took a long, annoyed look at the infamous red tarp and suddenly thought of excavations and archaeological expeditions. Then I remembered the fascination or fascinating pictures I've seen of underground cities like Petra and Derinkuyu and other famous ancient settlements. Derinkuyu was what I modeled mine after, with a Tamriel twist. You, I'm not exactly sure because let me see. Let me see. We can fix that. We can find out. I'm fairly certain you've not. There's only one little snafu in it, but only one. And it's not actually a letter. Fahara Jad. There's a little pause sign, like is it a pause sign? Like there is a little. I'm gonna show you. It's probably easier if I show you. Yes, it is hers. Toads, it is Chemina's. The very tiny little thing. But so you all can go ahead, Google, if you are wondering what Chemina is telling us here, what story Chemina is telling us here. Oh, yay! So fantastic. Hmm. You know, the Yukudang actually doesn't necessarily get my tongue twisted so much, but I always look at it and think, this what Arabic name is this based upon? Which one is it? Oh, look at you blushing, Shemina. This is so sweet, Toads. You must come and visit yourself too. Just so you know, it is just so glorious. There's a lovely, wonderful scene here that will get you giggling. It is wonderful and so thoughtful. Look there. The kitty is the smartest. She sees the little thief here. While Azandar is a little bit oblivious to them. Sneaking around. Sneaking around. It is really, really lovely. And you know, we've talked about you have to come and visit. Yes, you do. You do. Oh, and Shemina, um, you should go visit a particular one that Toad's made if you've not seen it. Um, Look here, little thief. He d Yes, he wants tea. Look, 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 Thunder Thigh. Is a little bit obsessed about the drinks here, I think. Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? It's so fantastic. You all have to come visit. I mean, we're here and visiting now, but you guys have to come visit because it's so well done. And that little scene here um, gives a wonderful insight into different layers of archaeology. But layers, you get it? Archaeology? I had to. Mm. You know, there's a particular one you should go visit, Shimina. It's or um, yeah, you should certainly go visit. It's on NA, of course, but you really kind of on the thigh. Very smooth. um, it's it's so fascinating. There are multiple beautiful builds by our dear toads here that revolve so much around history. And they're so intricate, and I've stared at them, and you should know, toads, I've taken a couple of people there. Not on stream yet, but I've taken them there, and I stared at walls and reliefs and hieroglyphs, and was lost in thought there for a while. I understand, Tress. I understand. I mean, this is the thing with teetotalers, right? Um, you know, you can technically make tea of coffee, the shells of the coffee beans. You can do that. Yes. Oh, and mines. Um, I was thinking there is a mine that you should go visit because it's so sweet. Astra Thilera or Tilly. Tilly made a beautiful, wonderful mine in the Monorth Keep on PCEU. I can send you a script later if you want to have a look at it. It's so sweet. It's a beautiful, wonderful mine. And it's quite interesting the history that lies beneath our feet in certain places. No, it's not the copper mine. I think it wasn't the copper mine. I'm thinking I'm trying to remember where I've seen it. I think it was for a competition, and it must have been the real end game. I'm almost certain. It is very sweet. I think it was the winter competition in the real end game that it was part of. Yes, I'm fairly certain it was that one. I shall, totes. You'll have a wonderful time there. It is so sweet. So I was talking with Tilly about it on voice, by the way, in a house party. So all of you, there will be one in March soon to come. I'll do a house party. You are all, of course, invited. It's going to be a little bit later though, so it will follow. The lovely judges here who are judging Cuteness Overload will be done at a time, certainly. And I'm going to do a reveal stream of the winners on March 7th. And right after, we will do a little house party. This will be off stream, so I will end the stream and then I'll hop into voice on the real end game. All of you are most welcome to join me there, and we'll go have a look-see at those wonderful entries. No, not only the winners. We will do random numbers, and we'll go have a look-see at those. It's 20 entries, and we'll see just how many we'll go see. And I did a similar thing for the winter contest as well. And I had lovely Tilly with me, and so I could ask her questions. Yes, of course. If you're not comfortable, if it's a bit scary for you on voice, you absolutely aren't pressured to talk at all. If it's more comfortable for you to be there with us, there's on voice. If you don't know, if you hop onto voice in any Discord, by the way, you don't feel obliged to ever speak if it's not your comfort zone. It's all right. There is always a little button right next to, if you hover over any voice, it does say open chat. So you can chat there with everybody on voice. And all we got to remember is look into chat from time to time. And of course, for the house party, I tend to group up with those of you who want to participate. So there's also in-game group chat if you want to talk there, if that's more comfortable for you. And if language barrier is a thing for you, I'm always happy to help out with a number of languages. So if a word slips your mind, and you should know there are many words that slip my mind from time to time in different languages too. So uh, don't feel like language would be a barrier. You are all most welcome to join. Also, bring your friends if you want to bring friends, and they make you more comfortable too. Um, Everybody's welcome to the house party. So, 7th of March, that is going to happen. And one such house party happened, and Tilly was giving me answers to questions that I had about that mine. So, she was working with the knowledge that she had in regards to Norse building style in the Middle Ages, and connected it to a part of her own history, her family's history, that is connected to mines. And the Monos Keep already has a little bit of brooding, darker atmosphere, right? And so Tilly built a very traditional mine, and you'll see when you get there, Toads. It is quite interesting how she did it. And the abode, there's also an abode that you can visit. Also, you can enter into the Mourner's Keep itself. So those of you who have visited but have maybe missed that particular part, there is as part of the interior of the original house is being used. And she's trying to build historically accurate as much as is possible in ESO towards Norse building in the Middle Ages roundabout, and connected it again to mining and the needs of small mining settlements. And she's also connected it to one of her characters. And the fun part was she brought that particular tune into group while we were there visiting. So he looked the part too. He was, of course, a Nord. Was very, very nicely done. She did a really good job there. Can certainly recommend. It's a very sweet mine. Yeah, I'll send you the details, and I shall not forget it. And yeah, and I can't emphasize how much I appreciate when you guys pour in, and I've alluded to this earlier, a little personal note into your builds. You're most welcome. All of you are most welcome. And we can see a few personal little notes, and we can see you pour in to these builds your passion for housing, yes, but for the particular thing that you're building. And here it is archaeology, history, and Chemina did not forget to add, the little darker side here. That is archaeology too. That used to be archaeology too, because thieving is a thing, right, in archaeology, and used to be a thing. And we've spoken about this earlier too, you could view archaeology in the early stages as theft, because the cultural heritage of a people was taken and brought to be within museums in Europe, for instance. And, you could think of that as being quite odd and something that should be addressed in a form. And yes, it's a very thorny subject. Very interesting. I really appreciate this movement here. And also, you should note the clutter around here, the amount of thought and the details that Chemina poured into this. The little kitty has something to play with here, and little backpack and books. I should note to you this particular book. Look, Tamrielic Artifacts Part 3. So on point. Very, very nice job. Very high attention to detail here. I mean, we have seen Winnie's house already, of course, and Winnie's house was also very detailed and smooth, and it looked so much like it belonged. Precisely, very well thought. And a few little artifacts here already. Maybe a few treasures. And yes, a very interesting dig site. And we have uncovered over there also a couple of tools here. Those are always interesting and important. We have uncovered over there, or they have uncovered, a lovely piece of history buried here. And gently, carefully, they have scooped aside the rubble to unearth this particular piece. And we have already meandered about the layering here and the elegance with which Chemina has decided to go about it. The lighting is so, so sweet. So well done. Wonderful cobble. Really, really wonderful. I also really appreciate all the movement around here. It's so nice. So much rubble that, of course, is here because in the dig site, they would want to excavate. And can you see here? Look. They're still doing it. Moving carefully. Scoop by scoop. Brush stroke by brush stroke. Sitting here. Excavating carefully. Yes, very nice details. Very, very nice details. Also, can I? I'm careful. I promise. I'm careful. Little ball here, just in case something is being found. Careful. Well, tongs to help move things carefully, gently. Oh, even more things buried here. Can you see, everybody? Look. A very particular artifact. Multiple particular artifacts. This is also really smart, utilizing certain pieces. Yeah, so you're not getting in trouble with slots. Oh, and I have to ask, Chemina, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, of course. Was there a moment when you had a little panic when, you were getting closer to the slots? Because we are at 700 slots used, everybody. So I'm wondering, was there a little panic at some point? Oh, so beautiful. So lovely. I really appreciate this. I hope you can all see. Really fantastic. I really appreciate this detail here. The movement with momentarily still things being dug and excavated. I think we keep seeing Bastion moving around here, so maybe it is him working diligently, excavating carefully. Indeed, Toads, I can't agree more. It's really nice. Also, the way in which Chemina has created this dig site for us to behold, and how certain pieces are being slowly, carefully excavated, and certain walls reappear, and it's just really fantastic. Yes, yes. Utilizing what the house gives you, embracing it, like the tent or tarp, and it's deciding, okay, it can be a blemish or it can be something mm, of an obstacle. I think we were talking earlier about an obstacle. It makes all the sense in the world of it being such, but I really appreciate seeing this house today because it is such a good example of embracing an obstacle and making it your own and utilizing what the plot gives you and seeing, something there, a perspective, giving us a perspective and understanding what it can be. All we need is a little imagination. Yeah, it's really, really well done. It is so, so well done and so thought out. And I hope you see that Bastion is maneuvering around the entire dig site here. Well, part of the entire dig site, maneuvering around from place to place. So, and we earlier talked also about pathing and how it can be difficult. Shall we say difficult? Maybe you have other words for it, but I'm going with difficult now to be putting it mildly. Oh, it is so fantastic. And look there, more. And do you notice that we keep being shaded here gently, as we would at a real dig site? You have to think heat and how to handle it. Oh, very good. No panic then. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Ah, oh, very good. Hmm. I don't think you are horribly obsessed. You are obsessed and wonderfully obsessed with them. Yeah, no, I totally get it. And I think that is such a lovely idea to move around with these flowing edges. You know that rubble doesn't behave like it does in certain places, right? It isn't something you can constrict all that much. I mean, you can, but then there is a flow to it. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. I do hope I'm making sense to you guys. Oh, okay. So, Zos, we don't mind dirt. Do send us more dirt. Thank you. Some of us would really appreciate more dirt. I love this. I really love this. This is such a lovely idea too. Dirt Appreciation Society. Fantastic. Mm. Mm. Oh, right. I understand. Oh, that is such a good idea. Or such a good thing. Um, I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear it. You guys have formed a club now, a society actually. I really love that. And yes, it makes the place look very homogeneous, very um like it is like this. This is the place. And all of you who've not seen the vanilla house and you come visit Shemina's house and then you go to the vanilla plot and you're like, but it's all wrong because this is how it's supposed to look. Ah, I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Everybody knows the movie. Yes, yes. And he kept the jar of dirt really, really close. It was his bestest friend. Even when all the rum was gone. Mm. Mm. Ah, I see, Shemina. Very good. I'm really glad to hear that there was no panic because I do know that it can be quite stressful for some of you when you are nearing a certain number in slots and you're like um almost there with the design, almost there with the build, and you're like, but I only have so many slots left. And I know that some of you have such smart, intelligent, fantastic tricks to sort of trick yourself by adding a couple of blocks that you're going to remove anyways that are just there in case you need more slots. So you're not going overboard with all the slots. But I'm so glad to hear that you were not pressed and it wasn't any kind of more panic added to designing this. This is very, very lovely. Oh, this is fantastic, Silas. I love it so much. This is the only build where you did not panic. Oh my. Oh, darling, do you need a hug for all the others? I see, I see. I see, I understand. Right. Sending you hugs, darling. I mean, I understand, sometimes when you realize, oh, this is in fact a 600 slot home, or this is in fact a 700 slot home, and you are already at 650. You're like, oh dear, I think I am in trouble. Mm. Very good, Toads. Very good. Yeah, and I have seen a couple of very different uses here, and some have decided to transform the place um, embracing it in a different way. And that's all wonderful. I just want to reiterate that just to make sure that everybody understands. Just because we all adore Chemina's beautiful, lovely, glorious archaeological dig site here, doesn't mean any other build isn't viable. They're all beautiful in their own way because they're all your perspective. And it enriches us to appreciate all of them in their own way and realize what can be done with a little imagination and perspective. Mm, right. No, I don't think that's controversial. Um, Shimina, I get it because sometimes you're like, okay, they put this there for me maybe to play around with, but it would be really nice if I could just do away with it. But you can't, right? And I think that's also why I mentioned in the Ebonheart Chateau that well in right in the middle of the exterior garden, you can't remove it. It's there. It's like, here you go. There it is. Deal with it. Yeah. No, absolutely not. No, 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 Totes, darling. Please be as always be yourselves. No ifs, no buts. Always be yourself. And if you love something, and I think all of us here love this design, love this particular vision here, um, very, very much, and we should all express that. And again, I just want to make sure that everything else is equally beautiful and fantastic. It has so much potential. And totally, yes, yes, I understand. And you know, I've stared at my sword singers, and I was like, okay, it's vast. It has multiple layers potentially, and what am I going to do with it? Silly little me who only does like the housing that I do is mostly revolving around um, testing things and learning things and finding my own boundaries, right? So it's not so much that I'm going to build something, you know, on par with any of you guys. I do not aspire to do that, but I'm testing where I can go. And it's stymied me in a way because of its vastness in the sense that there's multiple layers and levels to this house, and you could utilize them in equal ways. So I wish there were maybe two or three sword singers, because then you could adequately make each of those layers shine. Mm. Oh, yes. And I'm sure there's a lot of different dig sites that we can see. Um, and I'm sure there must be. Maybe we should really find a way to find space for historically accurate or as accurate as possible designs in housing. I have to still think about how we can do that. Yes, trust. Then go wild with coconuts. Yes, always be yourselves, everyone. And if you love coconuts on islands, tropical islands, it is really, really impressive. I agree, Siladis. It's so fantastic. And we've not seen everything yet. Can you imagine? We are, wait for it, scratching the surface. Mm. You know, Siladis, don't go anywhere. Stay put. That's all I'm saying. Because, I have a list. I've said earlier to you guys, I have, like, on my initial list that I drew up when we started the slow walks, I I I looked at the number. I usually don't look at numbers at all because, as we've discovered, math and me, we are not friends. But I noticed it was 63 houses on my initial list. 63, just so you know. Um, and currently we are at number 24 on that list. And of course, as some of you have noticed and have already used, I'm so glad you do, there is a form that you can submit your houses to, those slow walks that we are currently in the middle of. Um, it will never go away. It is always going to be there. It's just going to take me a while to get to them. Because, yes, so we are at number 24 right now of um, 63 on my initial list, and you can add to that um, 8 more. Very good. Yes, you guys are on the list. You are on the list, Silaris. You very much are. When I didn't know who it was going to be tonight. I must admit that because that email of Twitch kind of took me to, okay, I have to save all the video. I have to save all the highlights somehow. So I was scrambling a little bit. And uh, usually I have a look at my lists before I start, but I didn't. Um, Minutes before I hit go live, um, I saw certain names and I was like, oh yes, oh yes. I mean, I'm always oh yes for every single name that I have on my list, but particularly for you, darling. So yes, do stay put. Oh, Chemina, I'm having such a lovely time here. It is so fantastic to see this, to be um to see your passion for this and the you know attention to detail shows me how passionate you are about this, and I really, really appreciate that. You've done a magnificent job, and everybody in the audience agrees. It kind of is. So like that it is intensive, and I'm sure those of you who've ever done a little bit of video editing know there is a little bit that goes into it. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but I for every highlight that I do, I add a description to every single video. Every single video has its own description. to it. So, and it's not just a copy paste of your descriptions, because I add those. Some of you don't add descriptions, which is completely fine, because sometimes you don't have a description, which is absolutely valid. But then I add a little note to your description at the end, and I make it clear it's a citation. So I'm citing your descriptions, and then I put my little note to every single video. So yeah, it is a little bit of work, and I do it all for you, and I do it happily, and it's fun for me. And I just love seeing all your wonderful abodes, and it just, the adoration, the passion, and love that you see in every single one of those homes is just so fantastic to see. It's brilliant. Such a rather niche, we have to admit that, such a rather niche part of an MMO, right? We have to remember this is an MMO we are playing, and housing is only a small part of it. Yet, this is one of the richest communities in perspective and variety. It is, I think, unmatched. So this is definitely why I enjoy looking at it so much and seeing you guys in them, seeing your builds, your abodes, and yeah, seeing a part of you, because it feels to me like in certain places I see a little bit of yourself in it. It is, Chemina. It certainly is. It most certainly is. And if it serves something, like if there's a purpose to it, that there are collections, that there are in the future playlists over on YouTube, and it serves a purpose maybe to help educate and push boundaries and show people what is possible in housing, or maybe to serve as something like a library for people to come back to if they wanted to see a little bit of a longer video. So if that's if there's a use to it, if there's some kind of service it also has for you, I'm just thrilled. Then my job is done. And furthermore, if hanging out here, relaxing, unwinding a little, calming down, and immersing yourself in this fantastic story we are following along, can make you forget all the woes and troubles the week may had for you, then my job is doubly done. Hmm. This is so fantastic. Oh, I love this. Of course, you'd have a number of certain apparatuses and instruments you would find in all the lovely dig sites. Can you see, everyone? Have you seen the little vases and, well, not so little, but amphoras and bits and pieces still a little bit under the rubble, needing to be excavated carefully, dusted off? Everyone, there's history beneath our feet. A story lurking there under a cozy blanket of glorious, beautiful rubble. Oh, lovely. This looks so homogeneous. This is so fantastic. Look, everybody. Look! Can you see? So glorious. Really, really fantastic. The lighting, again, we've talked about lighting before. Yeah, lots, lots of that. Fantastic. Maybe, Siladis has a wonderful water bottle. Maybe you have to have that water bottle too. Oh, that was all about rum, but maybe someone can someone create maybe a shirt or something else that people can wear that says, I have my jar of dirt and I love it so much. Hmm. Yes, it does. You know what's interesting? We are you guys don't plan this. The weird or well interesting thing to me is that sometimes I feel like I'm walking through a story that starts in one house. Today it started in Winnie's house, and Winnie's house was um, the setting of a place where adventurers could gather to set out to an adventure, to a new adventure. And here we are in Chemina's build. Yes, it is so gorgeous indeed, Chemina. And think of it. Winnie didn't know this, you didn't know this, I didn't know this, but it started tonight's stream started off with um, us coming to a place where adventurers could seek refuge and relaxation and calm before they plan their next great, fantastic adventure. And then we come here to this glorious adventure of finding something beneath the rubble. Mm, it's just so fantastic. Oh, oh, Toads, you have lovely ideas there. Yes. I really appreciate the pathing there. I did linger a little bit there as well, because I'm sure all of you saw that Bastion just came here for a moment, stared, looked at us. Oh, glorious. Bastions? All right. Bastion, where are you? Siladis has said I should come boop your snoot. Maybe you are not going to like it. Also, very nice. Look at this, everybody. Just look at this. You know, archaeological dig sites. This takes me back to Luxor and to just this idea of finding something beneath the rubble, and it might be foundations or ruins of ancient civilizations, and it's been carefully scooched aside and the rubble has been moved here and there, but not everywhere. So fantastic. Now, Bastion. Oh, there you are. There you are. Dear sir, I'm sorry. Boop! He's just staring at me. Oh, look. Oh, I love this. Look. More wonderful tools. Oh, no. Oh no! Have we found a little twist here? Have we found a twist here, everybody? Look. The Rubble Society is going off, I'm seeing. Fantastic. Oh, look. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, Chemina, I really appreciate this. Wow. Wow, look, everyone. How careful, how gentle, how softly. I do love this display here, also with the tools that you might need. We talked about preservation earlier a little bit, and that certain fluids and liquids are used to preserve, for instance, hieroglyphs. Like, so for instance, if you were in Egypt, in Luxor, and you would be excavating in some of the tombs there, and by the way, there are still tombs being excavated as we speak. So there have been excavations very recently that have unearthed very fascinating, interesting tombs. Some of them have not been very permissive or cooperative, I should say. And there, one very good example of preserving inscriptions on canopic jars. Right, so you often have the jars, of course, in Egypt. That is a very common practice of um, of necessity that were part of the embalming process. And on those canopic jars, usually they wrote the names of the person whose tomb it is. And that is being preserved by an adhesive liquid that has to be carefully put onto it. So when someone is in a tomb excavating, they would carefully use a brush, of course, to clean things, and then you would very, very carefully put an embalming fluid onto it, preservation fluids, to make sure you keep the inscription, because that's oftentimes ink and not engraved. And so that is always going to be a problem when you bring it up and expose it to the elements. So that's why I really, really appreciate this particular part here, Chemina. Maybe, I don't know if you knew this. Yes, precisely, or charcoal, and you have difficulty trying to preserve it. So you apparently know about this, so this is no accident. So not happenstance. Yeah, I really, really appreciate that particular detail. It's so important also to note, because that is the only way to know who the person is, who belongs, who who the tomb belongs to. And that is so crucial also to understand for historians, because it tells you about when people came to Luxor, what we know today as Luxor, and where they were buried and why they were buried there and how expensive it was, etc. So that's super important. Precisely. Mm. Yeah, and sometimes it depends on the canopic jar too. Except when the canopic jars might not be of a specific making, of a specific, when it's clay, it's even more difficult to preserve because clay eats. And so it is a very difficult job for archaeologists to preserve this. And certain people who are part of an archaeological team, they have to be inside a tomb that might not be the safest place because you can't support it. And so they have to grab and make out without destroying markings. And yeah, it's really difficult because sometimes time has eaten away already at it, and then it's even more difficult to make it to understand who this person is or whose tomb that was. So yeah, very, very nice detail, very, very lovely. Also appreciate there's a little cushion here for Bastion coming here to help carefully excavate. Gentle little brush here to carefully brush. And their books too, and I see they are taking notes. I'm going to show this as well. Look there. And a little scrape because, of course, you have to gently, carefully scrape away at the different sediments. Oh, this is so fantastic. I really, really appreciate this. You're doing such a lovely job here. Oh, trail and tide, everyone. And I really love that. There is actually a little pen there. Oh, glorious. Fantastic job, Chemina. Really, really fantastic job. Really, really fantastic. I really appreciate this. Look, everyone. So little wonderful amphora here. Little bit of light you do need. Yes, yes. So, these ruins may have been a tomb. Oh, this is so fantastic. So glorious. This is really, really well done. Oop, excuse me, Bastion. Oh, can you see? There are a couple of bones here too. We might indeed be at a tomb, everyone. Oh, wow. Oh, this is such a brilliant job. Oh, look, little bucket, very important to have a little bucket. Oh, this is so amazing. You've done such a brilliant job here. Wow. Little paths. This we've seen already. Little bit of tools here, very important. Oh, glorious. We are, I think now, about to follow those mages. Are you guys ready? Because look there. I'm so over the moon with this, Chemina. You've done a really, really magnificent job. Um, Also, you know, it's the ingredients in specific inks and in specific other utilities that were used to convey meaning, whether that was in hieroglyphs or in other written form. If it wasn't kune, you have to remember that the elements can certainly not only eat away at them while they're beneath sediments, but the sediments can be protective. And in Egypt, in particular, in Luxor, that is very often the case. Is also the case in Petra and many other archaeological dig sites where the sediment really protects um, the integrity of specific writing, of specific pieces. And once they are brought outside, danger ensues. And then, of course, you have places where the sediment grinds into and does away with structures. And archaeological findings are lost in that process too. But more often they're protective. Hmm. Oh my, everybody. Oh my. We are slowly going down. Oh, wow. I love this. Oh, wow. I love this. Oh, can you see everybody? Did you notice? Ooh. Do you remember what was in the note? But one of the curious mages took a chance and climbed down the old well and found something far older. I'm having a little bit of fun here with this note of yours. I always love when you guys add something like this. You are getting mummy vibes. This is a movie, right? Um, The Mummy. Is is that the movie you're talking about? Because I think Truss referenced that film, or was it a different film? Um, Going into that direction too. Great mummy, bad archaeology. Yeah, you could say the same thing, I think, about the entirety of Indiana Jones. Maybe, or maybe that is just me. But also, I have not seen. I think I've only seen one Indiana Jones film, and I was like, okay, all right. Maybe I need to be educated about this more, and maybe that there shall come a time when I shall see the films plural. I think there are multiple films. True though. Yes, totes. I, um, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is makes for great entertainment, but is not really how archaeology goes these days, at least. Yes, yes, precisely. And that's how you can see it. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled, Chimina. We are going down. Maybe we are going to find the mummy. Oh, fantastic lighting here. Glorious, glorious lighting. Oh, I really appreciate this. Oh, look. Look, everyone. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting why you're saying this because or why there is a little note to Derenkuyu in it. Oh, oh, I love this. I'm so thrilled, everyone. Oh, I love those rooms and look at the light and what it does to the structure around it. Oh, where are we going? I mean, we're going down into the depths. Oh, look, everyone, can you see? Oh, I love that you're using these particular furnishings here. Yes, they make so much sense. They make so much sense, Shimina. Silaris, nothing wrong with revisiting films that you are fond of, even if they can be controversial. Hmm. Oh, totes that is intriguing too. Hmm. Yes, limestone. So limestone, and you can see this is Druidic or High Isle. And it makes all the sense in the world, Siladis, when you think of the inspiration. And Shemina here has given us a little information there. So underground cities like Petra, and Petra is a very dramatic place um, for many different reasons. Um, and then Derinkuyu. So I was remembering, and I'm not sure if I'm completely right about this, but I was remembering that it was a cavernous system that must have served at some point as some form of settlement, and I thought that was just absolutely stunning. And the reason why I particularly like that you're using these pardon me, these furnishings, mm, they match the um, they match the colors that I have in mind of Direnkuyu. But I could be wrong about this, of course. But I have these glowy, slightly sanded features in mind. Yes, Thunderthigh, glorious atmosphere. Look. And look. Oh, fantastic. Can you see everyone? Silaris. Yes, yes, agreed. I think there must be unicorns. I think they live in Africa. They're very dangerous. Um, they can run you over. Very, very thick skin. Very cute little babies when they have them. And I say little, and they're not so little. Um, there are also um, unicorns that you might not see wandering around, but you are close to the sea. So there is a whale that has a very, very long. well, unicorn. It's very piercing. Yes, precisely. Yes, exactly. I think there are multiple unicorns around in the world. Um, Fascinating beings, and nature must have thought of something of, you know, they must have some kind of use. Yes, and again, the limestone, I agree, and the color palette, it's oh look, everybody look. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, this is so fantastic. I really appreciate the color choices here. And there's something dark brooding there. Yes, yes, Toads. Agreed. Agreed. And I hope you all have noticed the difference. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, we're going to see something. I'm so thrilled. This is so fantastic. I'm so excited. Oh, this is so fantastic. Look, everyone, look. The choices here, the reason why I keep meandering about those particular furnishings, they remind me of this image I have in mind of Durenkyu, and I'm not sure if my mind is playing tricks on me, but I think, you know, maybe I'm right. The mod is always me, darling. It is always me. Don't worry, all is fine. Oh yes, she says. Ah, hmm, hmm. See, that is, I think, um, we're in the same boat there. But um, I heard, California has vouched or has petitioned for Bigfoot to be their cryptid. Have you heard about it? So maybe, um, yes. So, I'm thinking maybe there are places where the unicorn hides in the shadows, and it's just upon us to find it. Yeah, always do. Always do. Questions are always good. They lead us somewhere. Ultimately, oh, this is so amazing. Can you see, everybody? Chemina, you designed not only an amazing dig site upstairs, no, you designed this amazing underground city. Uh, this is so glorious, such a transformation too. Such an amazing transformation. Look, everyone, look. Look. Oh, fantastic use of the furnishings here. Glorious choices. Really, really glorious choices. And the druidic ones are working perfectly for this. I love all the shrooms here. There's a little bit of lichen there, peeking through. Glorious. Oh, fantastic lighting. So magical indeed. Um, don't Google now, but once we are closing in, I would love for you guys to Google the wonderful inspirations so you appreciate just to how many links. Oh, look. Oh, she's here. You know, Shemina, she's one of my favorites. I really love her. I really, really love her. She's the best. She's just the best. I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. There you are, darling. Can you see her throwing that wonderful hammer like such a pro? Yes, glorious Chemina. Yes, I remember it. And you know why I kept saying, why I kept going, why I'm so excited about it? Because there is the you. It is shimmering through, and you're leading us there. So it's absolutely on point. Everything here is so on point. How long did it take you? I asked you already, but how long did it take you? And guess, just guess or estimate, because I'm just so curious how long this took. A week. Oh my goodness. A week, everybody. A week. Ah, wow. Did you bury yourself in it? Did you focus yourself, the entirety of your being, your energy into it to conjure it up? Oh, look, little monkey. I'm seeing a little monkey climb along. Oh, I really love all the pathing here. You've done a brilliant, brilliant job. You built 24/7. Wow. Were you eating? Did you have, was there sleep too in this entirety of the week? Did you sleep? Ah, I see. In a conversation I had with Soris, a deadline was nearing, and so she built, ate, slept, built, and nothing else. You dive head first into it, and then you come out once it's done. Oh, it's so fantastic. You slept and you ate. I'm glad. Okay. I'm really glad you did. Mm. Yeah, but I could totally I can see just I see the passion here so much in this particular build, and I'm just I'm just so stunned that you've been um able to just literally bury yourself in it and design and build away, and we're here able to see and behold this beauty, multi-layered, multifaceted, um, so rich with history, and just glorious, so glorious. Mm. Good. And yes, cats very important. I'm glad that the little feline was keeping you in check and was making sure to look after you while you're looking after them. Is really a fantastic symbiotic relationship. These wonderful, glorious beings have decided to um, indulge in with us. Oh, this is so. I'm so I'm so happy I'm here. And I'm so thankful you entered this build into the slow walks, Chemina. I'm so thrilled. Oh, how lovely. Look, everyone, look. Just look at the colors. Gloriousness. The amazing textures that are teased out by very subtle, elegant lighting and a little bit of the water glimmers and shimmers away and dances around the ceiling here. Just look what the shrooms do and how powerful and glorious they are here. I mean, I do love shrooms. I'm very biased, I know, but um, they're fantastic beings. So useful, everyone. So extremely useful. Look, can you see, everyone? Can you see? Absolutely amazing textures. Oh, Shimina, I'm glad. Ah, okay. Laying across the keyboard, very good. I mean, must keep the human's hands warm. Well, those are important. They are more important to you than him, do you know? Like cats are have a way to relax us and calm us and put a smile on your face, even when you've had a very rough week. Perchance they are still there to help us in this way. And I would, even if an animal is very large, I would say, "Oh, such a lovely little one," Be- because they are such lovely little ones. Oh, I do love a little red Tom that you have, a little big red Tom that you have there. And I am convinced that cats are made of liquid. Like they are liquid. They do not have bones at all. Um, they can squeeze through very small crevices, and sometimes when I had to take care of a friend's cat a while ago, some years ago, really. Long has passed away too. Was very ancient for a cat. And she had a way of um, squeezing her toes through underneath a closed door and kind of trying to find things beyond that door. Particularly when you, as the human, had gone into that room closing the door. She was not fond of closed doors. And since she was not really interested in learning how to open doors, she instead reached through them or under them. I still don't understand that magic that she worked there. It's really fascinating. And then, of course, the way that just gravity does not apply to them. It is It is really fascinating. Very interesting beings. I'm so glad you have someone there tending to you. Mm. Everybody, are you staring at this as much as I am staring at it? This is so fascinating. You've done such a brilliant job. I hope you are all ready, because I'm gonna do a little gentle Because I know right behind me is something I want you to see. Can you see? Oh, oh, this is so fantastic. I'm so thrilled. You've done such a brilliant job here. And yes, these furnishings fit 100%. They are so on point. Oh, hello there, friend. Oh, I want to hug you. Can I hug you, darling? Oh, she gave me a stern look. No hugs? Oh, I love her. She is the sweetest, the bestest of them all. Mm. Where's this leading everyone? Oh, I'm so thrilled. Where are we going? Where are we going? Look, everyone, look. Oh, look, this is so exciting. I'm having the best time here. Oh, fantastic boulders. These ones also really fit well here. Gentle little moss. On them, look. Couple of stairs. Oh my. Oh my, what is going on here? And we know something darker lingers. Something darker. Glorious, fantastic crystals here. Beautiful, glorious rubble. Oh, hello. Wonderful little jug. Beautiful crystals, elegant lighting. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh dear, everyone. Oh, can you see? Um, so it years, see ladders. The answer to that is always years. Oh, what is going on? Can you see? Oh, oh, I do love the flowers there. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, what is going on here, everyone? Can you see? Oh my. Hmm. Everyone, everyone, you heard, Chemina. You can make up your own story. What happened here? What is going on? I'm showing you all the details. But if you want to hear Shemina's story, all you gotta do is ask. Wow. Oh, this is so fantastic. I'm so I'm so thrilled. There's more, everyone. So, yes, please. Look. Oh my. Something dark lingers. This is so special. Can you see all the lovely details here? Can you see, everyone? Oh my. Over on the other side, they may have had a little accident. Oh, I really love the lighting here. It is so superb. So amazing. Oh, truly magnificent. Flowers are so sweet. And did you see here? Lovely little details. Little bit of life let us about. Lingers. And the shadows and light is very atmospheric. Glorious. Can you see? I hope you can see. I'm gonna try to get a bit closer. There. Very nice. Very lovely detail too. Oh, wow. Wow. Absolutely magnificent. I hope you've also seen there's a little flower here. A very particular flower. Oh, I'm so thrilled. Beautiful. Very, very lovely choices. Yeah, drama here too. In this, I'm slowly descending once more. Very. I agree, Thunderthigh. And all of you, you must all come here. You must all visit and bring your friends. Ah. Oh, wow. Oh, this is so darling. Oh my. Oh my. And they fled from something dark. Oh wow, Chemina. What sacrifice. Hmm. And I think sacrifice and what we do for love is so fitting also for a build like this. Mm. So moving, yes. Very moving. I agree. You know, I think is it sad or is it a story of um someone caring so much about someone else they are willing to give their life. They're willing to stay behind to ensure their safety. Is It is dramatic and has, of course, it is sad, but it is also a story of love. Mm. Yes, very, very heroic. But is it heroic? I would say is selfless. It's an act of selflessness to think that, you know, you may think, my love, my adoration for someone is greater than myself, and I'm willing to ensure that they will continue and remember me. And that, of course, it's. I'm not saying it's not a sad part, but or not sad at all, but it is a story of love. And I really appreciate that notion there with the flowers, putting them in their hands, acknowledging this um, selfless gift. Hmm. Oh, Shemina, you are wowing us today and taking us to you're taking us into the depths of humanity on multiple levels and layers. Beneath rubble lies such glorious gloriousness and such wonderful, amazing love. Mm. Um, I think we all feel you, Siladis. We all understand, and sometimes the little fingers are faster than our thoughts, um, or vice versa. And sometimes it's all right. To cite a singer, we're only human. We're only human. This is so, so sweet. Oh, how lovely. How lovely, everyone. I hope you can see. This is the hands, is it not? Oh, hmm. I have to look. I think these are the hands. Yes. Very quickly, we had to check. I'm so thrilled. What beauty, everyone. Previous civilization has made of. What do you think made them? Why did they decide you must continue and I work a spell? Because we learned something dark lingers. Hmm. Oh, this is so, so, so fantastic. I really appreciate this. This is, I've said, I've tried to say it, but we're diving into a part of humanity here, and we're in a game. We are in Tamriel. We are in a dig site that Chemina has taken us down into the depths of the semblance of Derenkuyu, a cavernous system of cities or dwellings that are really, really fascinating. They have such a glow to them. They're fascinating. And that alone, the dig site upstairs, all of that alone would already be fascinating, have been fascinating for me because there's so much detail there that really, really highlights the multitudes of layers that go into archaeology and in turn into history. And I think when you think it couldn't get any better, you follow into the depths and the scenery, the color, the lighting changes instantly, and slowly we descend into darkness, into a philosophical place where we find a story here that each of you can decide to make of what you will. You heard Shemina's. Maybe you have your own interpretation. You can send that to Chemina too. Maybe you can both appreciate, or you can all appreciate your own versions, and it can come together maybe as a story at some point. But this is such a human experience that we can see here recreated, and of course there's a little twist um, that has everything to do with Tamriel, but you see something that is very, very human, and I'm really appreciative of it. Hmm. Oh, you guys, you're so sweet. You're such lovely, wonderful beings, all of you. Look, look. Aha, aha. It is indeed a system, an intricate system in one and not so intricate in the other. Ooh. Oh, little shrooms. Hello. Am I stuck? No. Little shroomsies. I think. Am I going back or am I going to jump? Hey. Oh, wow. Oh, Shimina, I, I'm so, so thrilled. This is so fantastic. So we have come from upstairs. Gonna retrace my steps a little bit. Wow. We've come from up there, everyone. And we're in a system here. Oh, hello. We've seen you from upstairs, little one. Oh, hello. Can I boop your little snoot? Oh, their little heart is pumping so, so fast. Oh, such big eyes you have. Whoop! You're so cute. Is this your little hiding place? All right, so it shall be. A little hiding place. Oh, good night, little one. I shall not intrude upon your sleep. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, everybody. I hope you can see this all. This is so, so glorious and fantastic. And I'm so, so thankful you've entered this house. You've brought it here for us, for all of us to see. So this was where we've gone beyond, behind us. I'll explore more. Wow. Oh, the lovely lichen. It is almost as interesting as moss. It can be seen as a moss, but it is a different type. Oh. Oh, wow. The images here are so fascinating. Really glorious. And what a good job to play around with what the plot gives you and hide away a couple of things the plot also gives you you might not have asked for. Where are you going? Ah, another place? Oh, oh, how nice. Look. Beautiful, glorious lighting here, everyone. Oh, a little shelf. So, and a little bowl here. So the ones who used to live here might have created little bowls. Oh, and there's more wonderful vases and glorious amphoras in here too. Can you see in the rubble? And little cups as well. Oh, so amazing. I'm so thrilled. There is not just a hint that this might have been the pottery's place, but movement. Few cracked little pots and bowls and vases and amphoras and turned over. And a lovely friend here. Hello. Again. Oh, not a stern look this time. Why did they have to leave? Turned over cup here. A lovely use for the shelves. And can you see the textures? Everyone, can you see? Oh, this is so fantastic. So beautiful. Glorious lighting. Really, really glorious lighting. Oh, so stunning and so amazing. Signs of life, everyone. Signs of a civilization, as you would find in Petra or in Derenkoyu, of course, or in other systems like these. Different kinds of signs of life. What an amazing layering job here with the different rubble and walls and lichen and shrubberies. Very homogeneous. Very, very homogeneous. Beautiful lighting. Just really accentuating also the contours and intricacies of the furnishings here. We can have a glance back here and small. Oh, this is so dramatic. It is so dramatic. Wonderful, wonderful lighting. Oh, fantastic vines here. Beautiful, beautiful vines. Oh, and another wonderful jar. More jars and pots here in the rubble. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, maybe this is meant to be a funerary home. Look, everyone. They were sleeping. I mean, they did that as well. In certain cultures, they did that a lot. Um, not all were keen to be in necropolises, but there are a couple of very interesting, also very vast necropolises around. I think I'm not sure which National Geographic it was, but there was an article or two articles about necropolises in past National Geographics. And when I say past, I mean recent past. Mm. Yes, yes, it makes sense, Chemina. Um, if you are, if you're bereft of another place, what do you do? Right? So you have to find a certain way of laying those to rest. Yeah, it's very sweet. I mean, you know, certain cultures were very keen on um, certain rites, and I mean, I'm sure all of you have learned a little bit about the Egyptian pharaoh culture. You should know that it's not just pharaohs that um, were aiming for uh, mummification and all that, and it has everything to do with the life-affirming um, philosophy that lies or that underlies the Egyptians' worldview. So there are other cultures around the world that have similar approaches, and this particular this particular one reminds me of the Mayans, whose mummies have often been conserved seated. So they are kind of squatting, or you would think that they were squatting, but it's meant to be seated. So I'm always a little bit reminded of that here. It's quite interesting. Oh, a funerary home, of course. And then you would have, of course, a lot of them here. And there are, of course, a few not broken um, and still sealed resting places here. And they're still sleeping, resting. Very sweet. Beautiful lighting here. Very, very nice lighting. Oh. Oh, look, everyone, can you see? A little lovely figurine here. Oh, such sweet details. Gorgeous details. Hmm, how beautiful. There she comes again. Beautiful. This is, I'm not sure if all of you are familiar, but the pathing is so difficult, and you're in a way you're limited with the pathing too. Oh, wow. What a lovely job. What a fantastic job. We've seen this little place because that's where the little gerbil sleeps. Hmm. Wow, amazing. Amazing, everyone. Can you see? Can you all see? There's a path here. Is there? Is there a path here? Oh no! Oh, I really, really love this. This is so well done. You've done such a brilliant job here. I really love that wonderful torch here. The flickering and dancing light really illuminates the place just enough to draw the eye a little bit to see and explore, to come discover there's rubble everywhere. And this is, of course, a common hazard in archaeological dig sites where you may find that you can dig somewhere and then movement happens and a lot of rubble comes your way. Do love the crystals there alluding to something, something lingering, something that made this culture, this civilization decide they needed to leave. Oh, glorious lighting here. Fantastic lighting. It's so dramatic. So dramatic, everyone. Can you see? Oh, wow. Oh, we keep seeing more artifacts of this ancient culture, this ancient civilization here that they had to leave abruptly. Oh, 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 look. Looks like these were sleeping quarters. Oh, there's a little doll here. Can you see, everyone? Oh, very sweet. Oh, darling. Wonderful sculpture and art piece that got toppled over a little bit. Beautiful, glorious lighting and the glow. The glow is so on point, so spot on. Beautiful movement and such lovely, lovely lighting again. Signs of life, everyone. in this glorious, amazing place. Mm. It's so dramatic. It's so dramatic, everybody. We are going down deeper into the caves. Oh, can you see? Can you see the little Jabba there? Oh. Oh, look. How very nice. No more rooms. Well, but this is also such a, um in many of those particular civilizations, you always have the necessities met. And I do love that the water here is something you didn't decide to cover up entirely. Play around with it a little bit. Oh, so fantastic. I really appreciate this particular part here as well. Little seating area and the little bowl here. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And of course the water in here has such a lovely, glorious glimmer to it. Magnificent crystals. We do see a little piece there. I'm sure a lot of you have excavated these amazing apocryphal petrified pieces. Huge pieces. Just look, everyone, look. Look what a dramatic, glorious place this is. Beautiful caves. Glorious scenery. All around. Even beneath. I'm having too much fun here. I'm enjoying this too much, I think. Oh, Chemina. How fantastic. How amazing. You said no more rooms, but I found one. Little one. Oh, it's all right. I'm not going to do anything to you. You can hop and get some water. Remember, I booped your snoot. Hmm. Oh, look, everyone. Beautiful, gentle lighting again. And this glow, this soft orangey glow. We were talking about this earlier, Chemina, and of course this is... Oh, you left the bucket functional? Oh, that is interesting. So everybody, you don't have to climb the stairs if you don't want to. You have a fast way back up. Wow, that is very convenient. It's just meandering about this glow that I kept connecting to Dorenkuyu, and this it I don't know, I have just warm images in my mind about it. Mm. Look, everyone. So very nice movement here also with the ivory. How glorious. How amazing. Oh, oh, here you are. You snuck. Yes, I know. You snuck behind me, you know? Oop. Happy little fella. Is this perchance? Oop. They're hopping around. Look. This is the cutest thing. Um, is this perchance maybe a place where maybe a it doesn't look particularly like a ritual. Oh, hello there. Buonasera, Priscilla. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. We are in an amazing, fantastic design. You have to come here. Oh, this is so fantastic. Look, I was wondering, maybe this is maybe a former holy site to this civilization where they might have come, brought maybe little offerings, or maybe it was also the laundry room and they went to wash their laundry here. Hmm. Maybe we have to do some more excavation to find out. Oh, Chemina, this is so fantastic. What a lovely job you've done. Mm. Chemina has given us this amazing site. Look, this gorgeous, amazing site. Wow. Beautiful cave system. Once there used to live a civilization here, everyone. But they decided to leave. It wasn't safe anymore. Wow. Everyone, this is so amazing. I'm having the best time here. Oh, wow. Wow, Chemina. What a gift you've given us here. A multi-layered archaeological dig site, embracing features here of the Swordsinger's Redoubt, creating such loving details and beautiful story bits for all of you to discover, for all of you to see, for all of you to find out and make up your own stories, maybe. All of you, you must all come here. Bring all your friends. Meander carefully around. Find your favorite spot. Follow along the paths and discover all the beauties that lie beneath all the magnificent rubble that we have here. Favorite and recommend, and of course, send Chemina only kind messages, messages of appreciation. Oh, this is so amazing. I'm still so stunned. So, um, now everyone, for tonight, we will see one more house. I've alluded to it already. We do have the designer here with us as well, which is such a gift. But before we will go there, and of course I shall have a look where we will go next in a moment, I will go refill my tea in the kitchen. All of you should do the same. Get up, move around a little bit, grab a snack, maybe give your significant other a hug, boop a few more snoots, give scritches, refill your drinks, and I shall be right back.